story is so pure, especially for anyone that enjoys the dramatic side of ballet, which I definitely do. It's just, a sort of tour de force performance for any ballerina.
Giselle is a particular kind of person that has to be vulnerable, fragile, sweet, innocent, lovely, and on top of that, be able to show tragedy. I think that the love story of Giselle has lasted so long because it's one of these incredible obstacles that falls in place of these characters.
The audience has to go on this journey, and I go, for all the studying the dancers might do, looking at DVDs and YouTube, and to get a version of what they want. Ultimately, it has to they have to find themselves in the character in them, to make it believable. And even though, the audience knows what the story is, or they've read the synopsis and, this doomed peasant girl, but you want them to become so wrapped up in what's happening that they just get so involved in the love and the story that all of a sudden it's a shock.
It's that quintessential star-crossed lover tragedy. It's so sad. They're never going to be together, but it's transcendent because she, has overcome all these feelings of betrayal, and ultimately her love allows her to forgive him. And that's her final gift, is she's given him that forgiveness and that just resolution so that he can go on.
Marianna, my wife, Tcherkassky, was a major ballerina with the American Ballet Theatre. And she danced her first Giselle actually with Misha Baryshnikov at Kennedy Center. That was her first jump start at doing something like this. And it was a perfect role for her.
I can't even count how many Giselles that I had an opportunity to do, which was wonderful because, you just keep honing and perfecting the role in a way, and finding new nuances and new ways to create magic.
She's an incredible artist. She worked very hard at it, and so because of that, she's remembered a lot of her working skills. And so to listen to her and watch her in the studio, it's fantastic to see it come to another level.
I think the most important resource that I've had in working on Giselle has been working with Marianna Tcherkassky in the studios here, just because she's performed the role herself so many times, and she's sort of a direct link in this line of amazing coaches and ballerinas before her that passed down their knowledge to her. So it's really an honor to be a part of that, a link in that oral tradition.
It's one of the coveted roles, Giselle, and one of the major roles for a ballerina, and it's it kind of is an arrival in a way.
My backstory is still in the development process. It changes a little bit every day, but before I come out, for that first entrance and first act, I do try to take a minute and just think back to the first time you had that crush on a boy, and you're waiting for that phone call, and the way your heart beats a little faster when it does ring, and that sort of sets the scene for my entrance, that feeling that everyone's had of first love.
I imagine something, however they met, he said, maybe I'll come knocking at your door calling. So she's just, I can't wait. But so it's important for them to figure out when they met, where and how many times. It's obviously a new relationship.
I also think that dancing the role with my husband is especially poignant because, we had our first date, we had that fascination period too, and especially doing second act with him, and the moment after you forgive him and you're, leaving this world for good, I still get teary-eyed in every rehearsal just seeing his face.
And I just love the whole, the idea of love and forgiveness and the romance of it.
We haven't done Giselle now for about 8 years. I'm expecting a really wonderful success because I think it's one of the dear ballets to my heart. My staff is fully into it, and having Marianna working with Alexa.
It's definitely been a role that I've always hoped that I would have the opportunity to dance. I guess what I remember most about seeing other professional dancers performed Giselle was not so much, you know, usually when you're a student and you're watching professionals, you're analyzing their every movement and you're, you know, watching all the technical aspects of it and sort of saying, oh wow, those pirouettes were great, or that the way she did that développé was gorgeous. But what I remember most was after the performance, even though I knew how to do ballet, I was still in awe. I was like, how did she do that? Like, it was just, it transcended reality for me, and it just swept me away, and that was something that I had never had the opportunity to experience before. So I'm hoping to create something similar for the audiences here.